Hello, everybody. Burnedoutguy here, and welcome back to Foundry. All right, so I had a beautiful episode planned out for you today, but YouTube decided to crumple that up and throw it out and take my 25-minute video and only accept 2 minutes of it. So there must be something corrupted in my video. I don't know what it is. I look on my computer and it seems fine, but whatever. It's all good. So we'll just redo a 25-minute video into something that's a little shorter, anyways. But we'll still get to the point. Yesterday we did some science stuff. I got tier 5 science on the go, so we now are doing our tier 5 science. The sciences that we did research are mining force, we got our jetpack speed, inventory size, fracking tower, and air intake. In order to get the fracking tower, we had to do the air intake, so it was just kind of like a prerequisite in order to get the fracking tower. So yeah. So we ended up being there, and then the ones I'm doing right now is we are researching. I think pump jack efficiency is the one that we're doing right now. Takes a long time. Takes a very long time for all of these to get researched. It seems like watching paint dry is more exciting. But yesterday, while waiting for all that, I did a little bit of decorating. So I decorated the statue. I think the statue looks very nice now. Got these nice little pillars going around it. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice indeed. Yeah. And then I did the science area. And the science area looks pretty cool. So as you know, we did all of our stuff on the roof over here, right? And we brought it over here. All the CPUs and stuff like that. Well, that's all used to make the tier 5 science. So I made a whole bunch of assemblers doing tier 5 science because they are really slow to make. But also using them is extremely slow. So it kind of balances out where you probably didn't need that many of them. But that's fine. I like going overboard. That's just kind of how I am. So yeah, so I decorated the interior. And then I was like, well, I may as well start with the exterior too because, science was going really slow. And then I did the entire exterior of the building, which I think looks really nice like that. Very G. I did the back end too and the other side as well. Looks very nice, very nice. Didn't do any windows. I don't think it needed windows all the way around, but yeah. So in the last episode, we were talking about these waffle things, right? And we were trying to get them all set up, and we had this big, massive setup all for nothing. Well, here's what it boiled down to in the end. And I'll show you why this isn't working anymore either. It's just, oh my god. All right. So more or less, we had only 8 crushers going on here, which fed 10 of these smelters, which fed 4 of these arc furnaces, which thus gave us the hell did this give us again? It was a liquid of some sort. Oh yeah, look at that. We're completely out because it's used it all. All right, so yeah, and that was to make the waffles there. This which one was it? It was metallurgy. Yeah, it was this stuff here, the liquid telexite. That's what we did in that tank, but it's now empty. So let's go find out why it's empty. All right, so as you can see, all the belts are empty, which is very scary. And you're like, well, why would the belts be empty, Bog? Didn't we set up a whole big underground mining system here the other day? Oh, yes, we did. But the one thing that I didn't know is that these are extremely finite. They're actually smaller than the deposits that are out there in the world because I've had the same deposit since the beginning of the game being eaten away by little tiny robots, and we're still not done chewing away the deposit yet. This ran for 10 hours and it got empty, and look, it chewed away all of that, man. It's all gone. It's all gone. We're down to like the core. So that's what happens when these things expand. They go all the way out here like that. I think is really cool though. Very neato. I just thought these things would last a lot longer than what they lasted. And, as you know, we have multiple floors that go down, right? Like we have still 2 more floors where we're hooked up to nodes. So like all these belts are empty, man. They're all empty. That's so scary. So, anyways, let's go to the top floor and explain fracking. So, everybody, this is a fracking machine. And what this does is this is going to agitate the, I'm assuming the node, and therefore you get infinite resources. I'm assuming that's the logic behind it. You give it power, you give it some fracking juice, and oh, that's what that whole episode was about yesterday. Fracking juice. Well, I'll show you how to make some fracking juice because that is what you need in order to run these machines. So as long as you're feeding it fracking juice with air, olumet gas, and water, you can get infinite resources out of these nodes. Well, that's great because I'm so, and another thing I'm really happy about this is that it doesn't have to be directly over the middle of the node. It can be off to the side because I was really scared that I'd have to rebuild all of this, and I was like, no, I don't want to rebuild all that. But this looks really nice, anyways. Yeah. All right, so let's go check out the Olumet gas stuff. Yeah. Anyways, fracking juice. I also have another fracking tower here on the way to our under where we're making the juice. This is just in front of our base, which is really nice. So we have a bunch of nodes all the way around our base to for infinite resources. So, and I got another one over here too as well. So that's really cool, man. Really happy to see that. And now let's go over to where we're making the juice. So this is where I have the juice being made. We have all the air intakes right here. I chose to go with 6 of them. I probably way more than what I needed. Like everything around that I do. This is where we make the actual fluid itself. This is where we're making the olumet gas. Okay, we're getting the oil from down here, and if we look on the map, like we're surrounded by oil nodes, so we should be okay in this area for oil for quite a while. So yeah, this is making the fart gas. That fart gas is mixed with the air and water, and then we make the fracking liquid here. So with those 3 things together, we make the fracking liquid. That tank is full right now. It's at 600,000 liters of liquid. So we're good. We're full. And then the plan is to use the tanker ships, these ones right here, these cargo ships, and shuttle them off to an area where they can start being used. And we'll go from there. All right, so that's how you make fracking juice, everybody. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for today because I have all kinds of other things to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. Like, subscribe, peace, take care, and enjoy your fracking juice. Bye-bye.